Hey, Donna Schwartz here in the Happy Birthday to Me edition of Facebook Live today. Hope everybody's well. Today I wanted to talk about, well, not just my birthday, woohoo, it's been a great day so far. Thank you everybody by the way, for all the birthday wishes. Very cool, really appreciate it. I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I noticed in a bunch of the Facebook groups I've been frequenting. And one of the themes I want to talk about, I don't know if you can see it, but the shirt I'm wearing says, never settle. This is, I'm a huge soccer fan, especially the U.S. women's national team. And this is one of the shirts I got from a long time ago from one of their, not their gigs, one of their games. Never settle. Well, that's one of the themes I wanted to talk about today, but I also wanted to talk about patience. You see, I recently put out an article and a video on for saxophone players on how to get out altissimo notes, particularly altissimo G, which is a pain in the you-know-what to get out. And I noticed that, you know, the article helped a lot of people, which was really cool. That's the whole point of it. And some people, you know, they started to use the concept I mentioned, but they were like, oh, I got it for 3 seconds, but it's not working anymore. Oh! And you know, the funny thing, I know for me, growing up, you know, I would feel that same way. And so I wanted to talk about that today. But first, hey everybody, if you can hear me, say hi, put a comment down, say hi back. That would be really cool. It's kind of hard just talking to a camera, if you know what I mean. So I wanted to talk about that article that I put out. You know, sometimes when we're playing an instrument or we're doing a sport or even, hey Abdullah, when we're doing not just a sport or playing an instrument, but even if we have to make a public speech or we have to make a presentation or we have to confront somebody, that always sucks. Hey Chuck! It sucks sometimes to have to do some of these things, but we have to do them. And we get nervous, we get apprehensive. Thanks for the birthday wishes. By the way, I went to the dollar store yesterday. I had to get these things. It was just stupid. And these stupid hats, let me tell you something. The little string that comes with them, I couldn't even get it probably around my nose. It's so small. It was ridiculous. They just kept on breaking. So I needed like industrial strength bobby pins to stick it in my head. What can I tell you? Anyway, so I wanted to talk about patience. You know, I know for me growing up, I played trumpet. And trumpet is an unforgiving instrument. More so than a lot of the instruments because you make the sound with your lips. That mouthpiece is just an amplifier and the trumpet's, you know, a huge ass speaker, if you know what I'm saying. Hey Laura! So, you know, growing up playing the trumpet, man, there were a lot of frustrations. It took me, I'm not joking, it took me 3 months before I can get a sound. And that's not a lie. I'm a very smart person. I was valedictorian of almost every school I went to. Yeah, just about every school I went to, but I couldn't get a damn sound out of that trumpet. And the teacher, who was, I guess, a pretty good trumpet player and, you know, played around with all these, you know, big name people, he would always put me up in front of the room and say, this is what you're not supposed to do. Now, that's the stupidest thing a teacher could ever do to a student. Don't you agree? But anyway, I'm a resilient person. I don't settle, okay? Never settle. I don't settle. And I kept on pushing for it. But I wasn't a very patient person, and I'm still not. I'm really impatient. And that also, you know, living in New York all my life, that really amplified that. But anyway, you know, struggles were really hard. But, you know, the one way that I was able to overcome a lot of those difficulties was making goals for myself. And, you know, I could say now as an adult, I'm being more patient in achieving those goals. But just having something to shoot for. You know, so like if you're going, you know, if you have to do a public speech or something like that, well, think of the end result. Think of the end result that you want to happen. You know, what do you want from the audience? What kind of reaction? Or, you know, if it's your boss, what kind of reaction do you want? Or if you're playing, you know, if you're playing a gig and you know you've got a solo on some complicated changes, can you picture, you know, how the audience is going to react or how your bandmates are going to react or how you're going to feel after that? You know, those are some of the things that can really help you get past some of these really tough spots. Because quite frankly, we all have our demons and we all need to find a way to get through them. Some people let their demons get a hold of them and then they never get past that. And some people do. And those are the people that you hear about in the news, right? The celebrities and stuff like that. And we're all like, oh, you know, it's because they got a lucky break and all that kind of shit. No, you know what? Those celebrities had their own demons and they became an overnight success after 10 years. So that's usually what happens. Hey guys, by the way, thanks for saying hi. Do me a favor, share this. Okay, today's just basically a general session. Even though I have my saxophone strap on, I was just practicing. I'm going to practice some more. I just want to talk about some general things today that are kind of on my mind and what I've been seeing on Facebook. So getting back to me growing up, man, I wasn't patient. Thanks, Laura. I got to do an aside. These silly hats, I was going to try to put them on my greyhounds because I tend to do funny things to the greyhounds because it's just fun. They love it. They really do. But these are so small. The things kept on breaking, and of course a bobby pin would not go into a greyhound very well. Ouch. Thanks, Jackie. So the name of the game is, again, when I was growing up, I just wasn't patient at all. But I had huge demands on myself. And I was able to reach a lot of my goals. But it was a wacky way that I was reaching them. I was going full tilt, all that kind of stuff. And as we all realize when we get to be adults and we tend to reflect back, we tend to find better ways of dealing with things. So like I was saying in the beginning, I saw, hey Jerry, I saw that there were a couple of posts or comments with some of the Facebook posts that I put up about that Altissimo G article. And it pained me to see how people were like, oh, I tried it, but it didn't work. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, it reminded me of when I was younger and how I was trying to get, for trumpet players, it's high notes. For some reason, everybody feels, for trumpet players, higher, faster, louder, and then you're a good trumpet player. That's crap. That's absolute crap. Thanks, Jerry. It's crap. The thing is that what should be stressed is musicality, is developing your muscles and all that kind of stuff gradually and doing it the right way and all that other kind of jazz. So, when I saw that person writing, oh, I didn't get it yet, or one person wrote on YouTube, I've been trying it, and I got it for 75 minutes, I got it, and then I tried it again, and then I lost it. I'm thinking to myself, man, that's where my head was at. And, you just want to reach out and help people and say, look, don't worry about it. I always say to my students, if you've got it once, you've got it. Now you just have to reinforce it. Just get it once and then you've got it. Thanks, Claudio. This is a wind exercise. This is my new instrument. I'll go to my gig tomorrow night at the Universal Bar and Grill in Hollywood, and I'll play this. That'd be awesome. That would get me laughed off. Or maybe not. You never know. It could be a new skill. Anyway, so be patient, okay? That's really the key. Whether you're trying to get a high note to come out, especially with trumpet, man, it takes years to develop a high range. And I used to feel like, oh, if I just was able to play that high C, everything would be great. Again, that's crap. It's all about the process that you're going through, the journey. And over the years, people have said that to me, and I used to think to myself, you're an ass. What journey? What the hell are you talking about? I'm struggling right now. This sucks. How can I enjoy this? You know what, though? They were right. It only took me maybe 5-10 years after I've heard that said to me to realize that. We all go through our struggles, but, in the end, we all have to get through them. And if we allow the struggles to beat us, then it's not going to be very enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, be patient with yourself. And one person said something to me, and I just basically alluded to it. She said, if I got the technique down once, I'm happy with that session, and then the next time I try for twice, and the next time 3 times. And you know what? That's a good way of looking at it. Some people may say, some professionals may say, that's not good enough. That's not a high enough standard. No, it actually is fine, because the thing is this: you always want to have at least 1% progress every day, and you've got to build patience. When you get to a certain point, wherever you are, you want to just keep going and building and building and building upon it. And as you get better and better with whatever you do, your standards are going to be raised. And there may be some days where one time may not be good enough, But if you build in that practice over time, it's going to be more than one time that you're going to get whatever skill that you're looking to get. Hey guys, do me a favor, share this session. I'm going to try to make it shorter than my like gigantic sessions that I've been doing. I think my record was like 47 minutes or 49 minutes. That was just like nuts. I'm not going to go that long today because it is my birthday. And even though I never know how to relax, I guess that'll be one of my life lessons. I don't think I've taken a vacation and I can't even tell you how many years. But still, I'm going to probably just, you know, I'm going to get back to practicing is what I'm going to do. So I can get down that technique at least once during a session. Hey, Renee, thanks so much. So patience. Patience is a virtue. And we're sick and tired of hearing that. But you know what? You got to do it. One of the things that I was doing when I was back teaching in my school in New York years ago, I noticed how everybody was just so miserable all the time and depressed and unhappy and this and that. And it just made everybody down and me down too. Thanks so much, Josh. Oh, thanks. That's cool. Hey, I like doing this. This is fun. I almost feel like I'm being social. I wish people could talk back, but you kind of are with the comments, so that's really cool. Just do me a favor and just share this. Special birthday edition. I wish this made noise. This is kind of irritating now. Anyway. So, oh crap, I lost my train of thought. Someone tell me, where was I at? Where was I at? I was talking about patience and all that kind of stuff. Patience is a virtue, sick of hearing it. Oh yeah, so back at school, so when I was teaching, everybody was so down. And it reminded me, when I was younger, I used to be this really happy kid and I'd always make everybody laugh. And then I got to a point, and I guess we all get to this point at puberty where you just stop laughing. Everything sucks, okay? And that's what it reminded me of in this school. So I said to myself, let me get back to the point in my life where I made people laugh. So, and I come from a family of pranksters. I will say that my family's been doing pranks way before Ellen. It's true. We really have. Some of the stuff that she's done, we've done that and more so, and more so. We used to go, my grandparents lived with us, they lived in the basement. And so what we would do is we'd sneak down the steps and we'd have all these pots and pans with us, quietly open the door. And then we'd go, you know, we'd run in there screaming and yelling. We'd run around the coffee table banging the pots and pans. It was great. It kept them very youthful and alive for many years. It really did. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff that I did in school. So what I would do is I'd scare the kids a little bit, and that would be fun. And I'd get them to laugh at themselves, you know, not at each other, but just laughing and having fun. But then, you know, I figured I have to do this to the teachers because you know what? They need to just start laughing too, and just start realizing that, you know what? You got to enjoy the moments that you have, right? So what I would do, I'd sneak up to a classroom. I'd like look in the window really quick to see where the teacher was, make sure their back was turned. I'd have a few kids with me, and of course I'm the band teacher, so I'm the noisiest person, you know, in the whole school. So we'd have the loudest percussion instruments. So I'd quietly open the door, and then we'd run in and play our instruments and go blah, and all that kind of stuff, and we'd scare the kids and the teacher. It was great. Everybody loved it. It was great. We wound up doing it to the whole school. It was really awesome. But what it did was it made people have fun and look forward to things and enjoy things. And one of the things that one of my first principal told me was, you know, really the most important thing for any lesson is that the kid walks out with a smile on their face, that they had a good time. And you know what? That's so true. That's so true. If you're not having a good time, what's the point? Now, do we have to do stupid shit things, you know, like maybe stand in a DMV line or all that other kind of crap? Yeah, we do. But you know what? Maybe while we're standing in those lines, we could do something that will keep us happy or, you know, entertained or whatever the case may be. So I guess that's another theme too. You know, enjoy your day. It is my birthday, so I am enjoying it. I had posted something earlier about, you know, one thing I love about birthdays is all the free coupons you get via email. Oh, it's awesome. So I had a free breakfast at Denny's. It was good. I got a free ice from Rita's. That was really good. In fact, they had chocolate peanut butter. Amazing, really good. And I've got a funny story I've got a funny story on my my personal timeline. You got to check that out. It's a true story that happened yesterday. I'm not going to mention it here, but it was ridiculous. But anyway, I love the free coupons. It's awesome. So, you know, birthdays, we're supposed to be happy. Everything's supposed to be great, all that kind of stuff. But why not be happy every day? You know, that's the thing. The next theme I wanted to talk about, and it's a general theme today. Please share the session. Do me a favor, share it. Cool. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about was never settle. You can still be patient and still have drive. You know, again, I'm going to use the U.S. women's national soccer team because they have a drive to them. They don't settle. And when they play patiently and they're not like rushed and all that kind of stuff, they do their best. And don't you notice with sports, you know, when those athletes, especially now with the Olympic trials going on, when they're focused, when their mind is relaxed, they're focused, and they've got that drive, that resilience, that's when they accomplish great things. And that's what we all can do too. Whatever the goal we set, musically speaking, you know, public speaking, with your job, even with your kids, because that's a job in and of itself. You know, it's all about just being resilient and being patient and making goals and never settling. Never settle for, you know, for substandard stuff. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, wait a minute, you said before 1% progress. That's kind of settling. No, it's not. 1% progress means that you're inching towards your goal. What I used to think growing up was that I had to reach my goal now, like that. New York mentality. Woohoo! No, it's not that. It's actually, here's my long-term goal, all the way out there. If I could reach my incremental goals. So, you know, incremental goal, let's say my goal was to play a high C, right? And my range was maybe at a G above the staff. Well, an incremental goal would be, let me try to play a G sharp by the end of next week. Then the incremental goal, an A. And when I say play it, I don't mean just, you know, hit it once. I mean be comfortable with it. So maybe give myself a week or two to increase my range a half step. If I'm playing the saxophone and I'm having a problem with the altissimo notes, well, maybe altissimo G is a hard note for me. It's just not speaking. I've tried a whole bunch of fingerings. It's just not working. Well, try that technique that I talked about in my article about you really got to hear it in your head. Hear it, and then you've got to sing it, really match the pitch, and then sing it into the horn. And notice what your mouth is doing. Be very observant and just keep plugging away at it. And then you'll eventually get it. You'll get it more and more. And then you're going to build pitch recognition up here. And then you'll be able to get that note more on demand. So set incremental goals. Be patient in going for them. Don't settle for sloppy technique. Don't settle for being lazy. Don't settle for, oh, I could practice today, but I don't want to because you know what? I just want to go outside and just lounge around and drink a beer. No, that's not good. So, you know, theme for today, be patient, don't settle. And because it's my birthday and your birthday's coming up too, whenever it may be, enjoy it. Enjoy every day that you have. And that's what's going to make your practicing and your performing a lot of fun. And do you guys have any questions for me today? Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Because if you don't, I'm actually going to stop fairly early. I see a bunch of viewers have left, but that's cool. Thanks for joining me on my special day. Okay, thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. And on that note, never settle, be patient, take care. Have a great day.